When I walked out of the abortion clinic, I thought I would take this secret to my grave. I had a surgical abortion. I had no idea. I went in there blindly and I made a decision very blindly, and at that point, my options never crossed my mind. And he'd said, well, what about abortion? I think that would be the best for himself, not for me, not thinking about me, not thinking about my future, but for himself. I didn't find myself thinking, how much would it cost? I found myself like I was in a corner and I only saw one way out. I was still holding that in and holding that. This is what he did, and this is why I will never allow someone in that close to me again. And it took years to find that out, that what I thought would solve my problems by having an abortion, I thought that would set me free, and it enslaved me in ways I never thought. After my abortion, it all stopped. I just had no desire to do really anything. So I stopped going to school and I quit my job that I so loved. I quit that 2 months after my abortion. I just walked out and I never went back. I do know that women do feel relief after having an abortion, and that was not me. Life happened at the moment of conception. Regret in a sense that I guess know that was my baby and know that I did a really selfish act. I'd say it's very easy to get caught up in this moment. Look up and look at the whole picture.
Just turned 18 a few days ago. I'm feeling surprisingly calm considering that I'm about to meet my birth mom, I guess, yeah.
Do you think that you were brave for giving?
Oh, it's better than abortion. That, you know what I mean? That's, I don't know. It's, I joined that party world and it was something that I didn't want to drag her along. And there was nights I wish I didn't have her. It's the kids that count, you know what I mean?
Right. Hi.
Hi. How are you? You're beautiful.
Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
You had a good life.
I have. It's been amazing.
I know that you're here and I chose wise. You weren't forgotten. It wasn't out of sight, out of mind. It was just the best choice. You know what I mean? It was the best choice. And you look great and you're well educated.
Yeah.
Very special because we couldn't believe that she would do this for us. But we're really thankful she did, that she was that, I guess, mature. Couldn't believe how unselfish that was.
My jaw just dropped. I remember I just didn't, so many thoughts at once. Abortion came up. It wasn't my first thought. My first thought was holy cow, how am I gonna do this? I was living on a couch at my mom's house. I was doing drugs, I was partying, I was swearing and just doing stupid stuff and making horrible decisions. You need to get an abortion. You can't support this baby. You don't have, what it takes. I was worried about what other people might think because I wasn't with the father. People knew that I partied and did drugs. If I have this baby, what is my life gonna look like? How many things am I gonna have to sacrifice? So when he was first born, he immediately went skin to skin and he didn't cry. He just immediately looked up at me. He just immediately looked up to me and just stared at me wow, this is my mom. And I don't want to cry. He was totally healthy. He passed all of his tests. And then 3 months came and he, January 21st, he had his first seizure. At 4 months, they diagnosed him with Allen-Herndon-Dudley syndrome, and I got used to it to a point. Becoming a parent is like seriously the best thing that I've ever done. No matter how many problems we're going through, I always have a smile on my face when I look at him. I feel like my head is just on straighter than it ever was. I have had to overcome so many things. I proved to myself that I could that I could do it, and I could overcome what any of these people were saying about me. Being a mom is like probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do, like on top of it being the best thing I've ever done. I would always just follow your gut. You know what's best for your child. Make decisions for them when they were little, for the best.